talking about kinesthetic now,
Mhm.
moving on to that, working with younger hitters and how a kinesthetic ties in as well with both audio and visual.
Sure. So, I mean, you're going to figure out the type of learner an athlete is too. You have some athletes that are going to gravitate a little more towards an audio type learning environment, some more of a visual. They want to mimic a coach. They want to watch video and mimic it. I mean, I laugh. I'm sure you remember Ken Griffey Jr. Slugfest on Nintendo 64,
Of
but
course. Yeah.
there was a season mode where you got to draft players. And I remember when I would go play outside with my dad, my grandpa, whoever it was, I would say, "We're doing a draft, but you have to mimic the hitter." So, first up was Derek Jeter, and I would come in and I would mimic his swing, and then Sammy Sosa, and of course I would mimic his swing, and then you know what I mean. So like all these things, you could. It's funny at the time, but young athletes, young hitters watching and then trying to mimic is huge. That's like one of the greatest ways to learn. So anyway, you have this audio, this visual. The kinesthetic is really the feel. Then you have some athletes who are going to get really frustrated with the mimicking. They're not going to realize what it maybe feels like. And that's when you can have them close their eyes. You can have them go slow through a swing. Maybe you help them feel certain things and they're like, oh, okay, that's what that feels like because they're just having a hard time doing it on their own. Or you add some restrictions. So you're trying to work on the lower half with an athlete and you say, okay, listen, we're not even going to worry about the step right now. I'm going to have you step already and we're just going to focus on this little piece just so you can feel it a little bit. So you've added a little restriction so that they can be like, oh, I'm aware of that now. You don't run that into the ground. You don't do it over and over again. So that's the only thing they do. But just little restrictions so that they can start to feel things is very helpful for certain athletes.